Today I have this TL2000 to fly. It's one of my favorite low-wing, lightweight RC airplanes. Really fun and agile, so let's go to the lake and get this one flying. A little bit of uneven takeoff just because the floats that they do soak up some water, so the plane was just tilted before I got kind of a rotate speed on this plane. I really dig to fly my TL2000. In fact, I think that this might be one of the oldest RC airplanes I have, and I do not keep my planes unless they fly, so either I sell them or I just have totaled them. But honestly, I haven't totaled many RC airplanes. Of course, I had probably just as many crashes as most kind of a medium pilots then. But this plane, I mean, one crash really, and then maybe some odd things then happen on the water where the water just ripped the float set of the RC airplane, and also just having kind of a sharp turn. So after many years, the glue just starts to kind of dry up, and then things start to fall apart. So just speaking of recommendation then for RC airplanes, so for float flying, it's really difficult just to recommend like one or a couple of RC airplanes, but I really like the Trekker from Arrows RC. You don't get a float set included with the Trekker, but I think it's a great performing plane. It's a little bit larger and heavier than this plane, but really not by much. And you also have the FMS Super Easy, which I also think it's a uncomplicated model with floats, really great. And also the FMS Ranger with floats then. So I haven't got around to purchase the version 2 Ranger. Still have the version 1 because I just really like it also. You could certainly purchase something like the, I think it's from Hobbyzone, the Apprentice S2 for instance. Just do a float set with that plane. So there are just a lot of options, but I do appreciate agile planes, and I think that there is in fact just a serious lack of low-wing RC airplanes that are just made to go great with floats. So certainly that is an area I think that all RC planes manufacturers could really have kind of a niche market just to make more of them. And then probably that's the reason why I just keep on flying this plane, just because there are no real substitutes. I did my E-flite RV7 with floats then, and it's also an 1100mm wingspan RC airplane, but it's heavier than this plane, and honestly it doesn't handle as good as this plane does. I think that the sleek wing design of this plane just make it really nimble in the air, easy to control. So although I really love my RV7, I think this is a better float plane. In fact, it might be kind of the best float plane if you just look kind of the overall flying experience and just how easy it is to get down on floats. But then again, I also really like kind of bush planes, so I have a bunch of them in all sizes from like 1100mm all the way up to 1.7. And most of them you can do float flying, which I think is great. You also have the E-flite air tractor at 1.5 meter, which you can do floats on the air tractor, which is a low wing RC airplane. But also a much heavier plane I think it's just a fantastic one to fly, but just it's not as agile and as this plane is. On the other hand, I think that the air tractor is just it's a thing to behold when you fly it and get really close. Really exciting flying from the air tractor. This plane then, surely easy to get down. Just going through the wind zones and just do a really smooth touchdown today. An enjoyable plane, and just hope you enjoy this flight, and thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.